What is going on? What's going on, folks? It's Miguel Fuentes coming at you once again. Welcome to the exclusive Influence Tribe Thursday night hangout. This is where we aim to bring you even more value. If you don't know who I am Miguel Fuentes. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we are the Influence Tribe. We are here to help you gain more influence in your world so you can have more success in your business. Because when you think about it, success is so much about leadership. It's so much about contributing to others. It's so much about getting around the right people, about finding out how your influence can help and affect and shape their lives. So that's why we're here. We're here to help you develop your influence. This is the second hangout that we do every Thursday night between my partner Scott and I, the founders of the Influence Tribe. We alternate every single Thursday. You're going to get either one of us or both of us, and we're going to be dropping value. We're going to be giving straight up value. We're going to be sharing our ideas, our thoughts, and our strategies that work right now. So, guys, you're here. I'm so glad to have you, and let's get into this. What we're talking about today is a very simple 6-step formula that you can use to close any sale. And I cannot wait to share this with you because it is so powerful. It is so necessary. If you're online or offline, whatever you're doing, you need to be able to understand these concepts, close more sales, bring more people into your business. If that sounds like a good thing to you, then let's move on. Let's move right through this. I cannot wait to share this with you. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Right. Here we are. I've got my presentation here. Okay, guys. This how to close any sale in 6 simple steps. Right now, I'm going to walk you through the very easy process that you can do right now to close any sale in 6 simple steps. Now, there's one thing that has to happen before any sale or any determination to make a sale can happen. What is it? What's in your head right now? What are you thinking on right now that is the first step in creating any kind of sale, any kind of momentum or movement towards closing a sale? What is it? A lot of people would say it's rapport. But before any steps can happen, it's got to start with your inner garden. Before anything can move forward, it has to start with your mindset. It has to start with your ability to be confident, for one, because I will tell you right now, any form of communication that you're involved in your world, 93% of that communication is your body language. 93% of that communication is your confidence level. A lot of that is simply presenting yourself in a way that matches what you are saying. Only 7% of it is the actual words you're saying. So that means your mindset, the way that you perceive yourself, making sure you don't have any limiting beliefs, or at least you've acknowledged them and handled them. You need to be able to set up a beautifully trimmed garden, a very nice place inside your mind that you can work from. Because if you are not confident, in telling people what you do, in making the steps forward, you just will not be able to close any sales. People can sense it. They get a feeling of energy that comes from you when you are not confident. So guys, project an air of confidence. Make sure that your body language is representing you the way that you want to be represented, your confidence level, your ability. Good. Now, the next step, the next thing that happens, and this has to happen, is rapport. It's absolutely rapport. What do I mean by rapport, guys? This is a special term, and here is what it actually means. A lot of people think that this means just liking each other or just having some positive feelings for another person, and that is true. That is true to a very large extent. Rapport is simply having a good feelings and emotional level with other people, but I'm going to take this a little bit deeper. Rapport, in a technical sense, actually means that you've created enough trust You've created enough trust with the other person that the things that you are saying, what you are saying through your confidence level, through your mindset, through your ability, the things you are saying are being accepted without question. So that means the things that you are saying are being accepted by the other person without question. They trust you enough at this point to not question what you're saying. They're agreeable with you. They're listening to you. They're engaging with you. You're getting a feeling, a very good feeling that the other person is understanding you. You're listening, and they're understanding you. You're understanding them. Their subconscious mind is in tune to what you're saying, and you don't have anything holding you back. It's just a very good feeling. I like to think of this as when I'm around some of my very best buddies, and we don't talk a whole lot, but we definitely, we click. We have a very strong feeling there. You don't have to say much. We get all the jokes. It doesn't have to be as deep as that. In fact, you can do this very quickly, but just learn to recognize when you have created some good feelings with other people and they like you and they smile at you and you smile at them and they accept what you say without questioning or grimacing about it. So that's the first step. We've got to have rapport. Now there's a way to do this. Match and mirror. Guys, you've heard this before. Now stay with me on this, okay? When I say match and mirror, I mean you are matching the other person's tempo and speed, the way that they talk, the way that they speak, the way that they move. You're mirroring some of their movements, not literally, like don't literally mimic what other people are doing because that's weird. And they will notice it. But some of their moves, not all of their moves. If they're crossing their arm, maybe you step back a little bit and cross your arms. The subconscious mind will pick up on this. However they are talking, however what their speed of their language is. So if they speak very, very slow, then you should slow down your speak and match their speed. If they speak very, very fast and they like to talk, you'll want to increase your speed a little bit. Increase the speed of your speech. So, because I got to tell you, there's one way to remember this. When somebody says, I like you, what is really meant by that is I am like you. I am like you. I'm very similar to what you are, to how you are, the things that you're doing. That's what that means. Now, and this is the part of rapport that's very, very interesting. And this is when you want to be able, with your prospect, with your person, whatever they are, listen very closely to what they say. And they're going to fall into one of these three categories usually. I didn't put, sense of smell or taste on there because that's to a very lesser degree than these other three. These are the main primary ways that people interact with their world. This is their model of the world. This is what they see. This is how they communicate. And if you can match and mirror their model of the world as you are talking to them, as you are creating that rapport, because this is part of rapport, of creating rapport. If you can figure out how they touch, like their feel kinesthetic, that just means that's the sensations of touch, the sensations of feeling. And they will say things like, I've just got a feeling in my gut that that's the way it is. Or I just feel like I should go and do that. Or I had a handle on it. Or did you get it? You got it. Anything that relates to the sense of touch, that's going to be somebody who represents their world, their model of the world as being kinesthetic, as being someone that's how they communicate with their world. And if you communicate with them on that same vibe, you could say things like, do you feel me? Like, is this what your gut is telling you? Or anything like that. That's going to be a way to open them up to you, and they will respond to you a little bit better. You're going to be in a better state of rapport if you do some of these things. Now, visual is also very, very similar except it's based around the sensation of sight. So people will say things like, do you see what I'm saying? Or I see that. I hear you. I'm a very visual person, so I do say things like that. I say things like, do you see what I'm saying? Or anything of that nature. That's going to be those things that go into the visual category that you can match and mirror and be able to create a higher level of rapport with that person. Now, this also works, all three of these, that should say audio, by the way. all three of these things they also work in writing. So keep that in mind. If you have an idea or you're doing some persuasive writing, which is a topic for another day, but today just know that these also work in writing. So you can write a very visceral feeling or sense of something, and that would be a kinesthetic or a visual, or get ready to see something or show you something so that you will really see it for yourself. Or audio. This says auto, but it should say audio. I'm going to fix it real quick just because. We're going to go back here. I got a notification there. And that should say audio. It does now. So when they hear you or they hear what you're saying or things of that nature, they'll tell you. Or do you hear that? I was listening and then I thought. That's a great example of audio. Or when they go to make a purchase and they say, well, the deal sounded really good, so I went ahead and got involved. I went ahead and got started. So keep that in mind. Now, this is the next piece that you're going to want to get in your, let's say we've met somebody, right? We've met a new person. We don't know this person. We've created some rapport with them. We've said hello. We've smiled at them. They've responded to us. They're starting to feel like they are like us, and this is a very short amount of time. So keep that in mind. We've matched and mirrored them physically, or even in some way we've let them know that we are like them by matching their model of the world, their representations of how they communicate with their world, either through the sense of feeling or visual or audio. And we're using those kinds of words based on what they're telling us. They're telling us something. They're communicating without communicating, in a way. You just have to be aware of it. You just have to have a keen sense to notice these things. Now, the next thing that you want to do that's going to happen in the process is you're going to pick up your gold dust questions. Your gold dust questions. Now, this is part 3. Okay, we've created rapport. We've figured out their model of the world, how they speak, what kind of words they like to use, and we're matching and mirroring them. Now we're going to ask them questions. We're going to ask them questions that lead you to find out what the real problem is. What is it that they are looking for? Do they like this? Do they not like that? What is their buying strategy? Like, if you ask people if they've bought something before, what made them buy that? Why did you buy that? A car salesman, somebody who's bought a car, they might say, well, I went and I talked and I listened to the salesperson and it sounded pretty good. And then I got in the car and it felt great. So I went ahead and bought it. See, that's an audio person and a kinesthetic person that's at the same time. So you know exactly how to approach them. Now, once you've asked enough questions that are identifying the problem, they're identifying what's going on in the other person's model of the world, you can start to ask them for their values. What do they value? What do they value about what you're showing them? If you're showing them a cell phone, or if you're showing them a car, if you're showing them a business opportunity, what's valuable to them about that item or that service that you're selling? So you would do this by asking this important question. What's important to you about buying X? So about buying this product here today. What's the best thing that you like about it? Now, we're taught in the multi-level marketing industry, we're taught a lot of times to to simply ask people what they like best. I think you've probably heard that before. You never say, what did you think? You never say, what did you think about that? You never say anything of that nature. You always say, what did you like best about what you saw? Like, what did you like best about the presentation? Now we're going to take this a little bit deeper, right? So you're asking them that question, what did you like best? And they'll say, oh, well, I like the way that, the payment plan is set up, or, the compensation plan looked really good. And I liked the way that it was, paid out every 2 weeks or something, whatever it is. And then you could ask them this question here. What's important to you about that? What's important to you about the compensation plan for you? What's important to you about that phone that you're looking at? Or what's important to you about that car? Why is it important that you're buying it for that reason? Why is that important to you? And they're going to tell you. Now you're going to get their highest value, their values around that item, around that purchase. They're going to say, I'm buying this laptop because I like the color. So there's their value. That's the value that they have. Or they're going to say, I'm buying this car because I really like the price. So they value the price of it. I like that it's low. It's a low gas usage vehicle. So they like the economy of it. They like the fact that it's going to cost them less money. So you are asking for that value. What is their values around that thing, around whatever it is that you're selling? If you're selling a service, like, what's most important to you about this? What's most important to you about, your cable bill or your cell phone bill? What's most important to you about your cell phone service is an even better question. And the answers to that would be something like, well, I love that I'm able to connect from anywhere. I never have any service interruptions, and it's always very, very useful. So what's important to them about buying that? What's important to them about it? You got to ask this question. Once you know what they like, we have their values. We've got their model of the world, and we've asked them some gold dust questions, and we're asking for their values about the thing, about the item, what they like about it, what's intriguing about it to them. And then you're going to say, what's important to you about that? Why is that important to you? Why is that particular feature important to you? And they're going to tell you. They're going to give you their real values about why it's important to them that they're buying that particular item at that day. So definitely keep that in mind. And once you have that, that leads us to the next part. Guys, I included this picture because for one, it's an amazing picture. I love this. We had a very good time. We were at an Avalanche game, and this is one of my values. Like, my values are family. Like, I do a lot of things with my family in mind. So I might say something about values like, because it helps my family, because I'd have the opportunity to help my family, and that would be my value. That would be the values that I hold. Now, what you're doing here is you're taking what you learned here, right? What's important to them, and you're going to link up those values, what they said was important to them, to your product or service. So you're going to take that and link those things together. You're going to link them together so they can see it clearly, what is important to them about that value. So, about that sale, about that purchase, about that thing. Like me, I might say something like, I'm joining this business and I'm going to work really hard because I think it will help my family do better in the long run, because my values are my family. That somebody else might say, I'm buying this product because I think the weight of it is just right, or this car is just the right speed, it's the right color. Now you're linking up the value to the product. So their values are, they want things that look nice. So you're going to show them a car that looks nice. You're going to know exactly what direction to steer your sales process. If they say they value the pricing or the timing of something, then that's definitely something you're going to link up to your product or your service. So there you go. We're going to pull those values. The next step that you're going to do. So now, where are we at? Where are we at in the process? Okay, we've created some rapport. We've created rapport with our person. We've found out their model of the world. We know how they like to be communicated to. We know what kind of words to say to them. We know what their values are, what it is they value about the purchase or the item or whatever it is. Remember, this comes from that old multi-level marketing question. You think about that. What did you like best about it? Oh, I like this. I like that, you could travel around the world. Why is that important to you? Why is traveling around the world something that you're important to you? Because I've always wanted to do that, or because I've always wanted to go and see China, or I've always wanted to see the entire world before I died. So it's very important that I do that. Boom. Now you have something. Now you can supply them with your product, how it relates to their values. So you're going to supply that thing, like, oh, well, if that's really, really important to you, let's talk about how I can help you. I've shown you that this product, the thing that's here, guys. Okay. So we're moving into the conditional close, which is the fifth part. Okay. This is the fifth part of the cycle, which is the conditional close. Now, at this point, we have not said anything that could put somebody off. We have not said anything that would be very upsetting to them. It's all been about them and their values and their ideas. There's nothing to say no to at this point. Now, you're going to say something like, I've shown you that my product can help you travel around the world. I've shown you that my product can help you lose weight. I've shown you that this has all the qualities and it meets all the criteria of what you are saying. You were saying you wanted to lose weight, to have more energy, and to, spend more time with your children and not be so tired. I've shown you that this can help you do that. I've shown you that if you work hard at this and we decide to lock arms and run together, you can make enough money to have more time. I've shown you that this can do that. My product can help you do that. Now that's how you've got to put it. You've got to link up what they've told you up to this point about their values, about what they value about the purchase, to your actual product, and you get to the conditional close where you're saying something like that. I've shown you, and this is what you like about it, and here's the thing in the product that links to that. Then you're going to say, would you like A or B, red or blue, yes or no? Would you like the red phone or the blue phone? I'm still not saying or doing anything that could be considered as off-putting or upsetting. I am saying, which one would you like? I'm still giving the choice. I could say, like, if you're in a multi-level marketing company, or if you're in any kind of other company, you could be saying, would you like to start at the larger package or the smaller package? Would you like to have a meeting today or tomorrow? Where do you want to sign the line at? Do you want to use, which product do you want? Do you want both products or one product? So I'm not only am I assuming the sale, but I'm still giving that choice to that person, so they feel like they're in the driver's seat. They're the ones making the decisions. They're making the calls. There's still nothing to really be upset about, or anything that can be said no to. And we're almost there, because there's one last step. You're going to get an answer to that question. Would you like red or blue? Or the next step happens. Objection handling. Objection handling. Guys, this is a total skill. This is an absolute, this is a make or break part, okay? Now, there's a couple of objections that I think we get all the time, but if you can turn those objections around, I wrote turn it around in here, and show how exactly your product can solve that. So if somebody says to you, I have no money, I haven't got any money to sign up, you could turn it around and say, do you see how what I'm showing you right here can help you make more money in the long run if you commit to it. Now, of course, they're going to have to invest in the opportunity, in the product, in the service, whatever it is, but can it help them make more money? Yes. So you tell them, do you see how this can help you make more money in the long run? Or if they don't have time, you could say, do you see how, getting involved today and getting started now, I can turn around I could make enough money to have so much more time in the future. Now, sometimes people are just scared. Like, maybe I'm just scared. Maybe some people just aren't ready to part with their hard-earned money, and that's pretty normal. I mean, nobody likes to. It's kind of a jump. It's a risk. It's getting out of your comfort zone. It's all of those things that people are afraid to do, and afraid to execute. So maybe perhaps the objection really isn't about that they don't have time or they don't have money. Maybe they're just a little bit afraid to take a chance. But if you can, and you will find out, you're going to qualify it. So you're going to say, well, you said this, and we've said that I've shown you exactly how this product can help you have more time and have more money. There's really no reason. Then you're going to find that out. You're going to find that out, and you will likely eliminate that one just based on that. So guys, turn around that objection, whatever it is, turn it around and show to your prospect exactly how your product, your service, what you're doing can help them achieve what they really want. Because we know what they want, don't we? We've asked them the right questions. We've asked for their values around that product. We've asked them, we've let them know exactly how it can help them and what it solves in their life based on what they've told us. We've gotten their gold dust. We've done all of those things. Now it's time to sign the papers. It's time to take the card. It's time to close. And if you still have objections, then this is where you're at. Now, if you get anything other than that, it's a possibility. If you've gotten an objection that sounds something like, I don't believe you, or I'm not sure, I don't know, there's a possibility you may have lost your rapport at some point. You may have fumbled in a spot and lost the rapport that you had in the beginning, because it all really is built on creating that rapport, on somebody liking you enough to spend money with you. So make sure that you have that rapport. Handle the objection, turn it around so they can see it for what it is, and make sure they're just a little scared to step out. And you're going to find that, and you're going to be able to help them move forward by showing them the real value of what you're doing. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. I am Miguel Fuentes of the Influence Tribe. My other half, Scott Lindstrom, will be on next week for another Thursday night training just for you guys. And I must let you know, if you're watching this on the influencetribe.com, if you look over to the side, there is a big yellow button that says, yes, I am ready to get results. I am ready to start winning in my business. I'm ready to start getting big results for my business, for my family, for everything that I am doing. Guys, if that is you, if that's you today, if that's you right now, you're ready to step up, you're ready to move forward, you're ready to start creating more success, you're ready to start generating leads on a daily basis and start making money in your home business, click that button. Let's lock arms with the Influence Tribe, become a member of the Influence Tribe, and be able to promote this very website you're watching this training on. It's totally leverageable, but only for our members. So guys, make sure that you do that. Click that yellow button, fill out the form, take your $10 test drive, and join the most prestigious online community in right now, period. And we will be seeing you very, very soon. Once again, guys, I'm going to stop sharing now. Stop. I am Miguel Fuentes, and I thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. And I hope this was helpful and useful. And I hope that you've grown from having done this training. Take these steps seriously, apply them in your business. They work. You will see better results. and I can't wait to hear from you. I will talk to you later. Bye for now. See you next time.